course, I'm standing in for my grandfather. He should have been sitting here. It's a little difficult to arrange. He was never actually in Egypt, although he passed through the Suez Canal in 1931 when he was going from India to England for political negotiations. But the British authorities did not allow him to land in Egypt, and did not allow Egyptian leaders to meet him. And so when I was in Egypt in the 80s, I met some Egyptians who said that they or their parents went in boats out to greet the ship as it passed through. So the Egyptians in small boats moving to this big ship going from India to England. So that was the encounter between Gandhi and Egyptians who were also fighting for national dignity and independence. So to me, it's a very special moment to be sitting with you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me, Professor Gandhi.
And also, of course, what has happened in Egypt in the last few months or a couple of years stirred the whole world.
أنا اليوم نحكي معاك باسمي واسم الشعب الكل اللي عايش في الأعلام 2011 ما زال فما شكون يموت بالجوع حب يخدم باش يعيش لكن صوته مش مسموع اهبط للشارع وشوف العباد ولات وحوش شوف الحاكم بالمتراك تاك مع الفلوس.
The world is really rooting for Egypt. As you, of course, are well aware, this is a huge burden for you and for others in Egypt, but I want, of course, to underline this fact. Now, I've written this very large book on my grandfather and his life. In some ways, it's also a critical account of some aspects of his life. My grandfather Gandhi, who the world knows, wearing not many clothes, and who adopted poverty as a way of life for himself, was born in a comfortable background. His father was an administrator. Some kind of a prime minister for an Indian prince in a small part of Western India. And then Gandhi went and studied law in England and was a very successful lawyer. Then he just entered the great freedom movement and led it. The liberation of India was one of his goals. It was not the sole goal of his life. Uniting all the people of India. Now, India, like Egypt, is so diverse. And you also have your poverty, but India has an even greater level of poverty, tremendous poverty and misery. And the diversity of India, the class divisions, the caste divisions, the religious divisions, to So to overcome those divisions was as much a passion in his life as the liberation of India. And equally, he had these 20 years or so in South Africa, so he was connected to this continent. He was not in North Africa, but he was in South Africa. And for all his life, the unity of the exploited peoples of the world, the colored races of the world, the South, that is a very powerful goal for Gandhi, also for his close lieutenant and colleague Jawaharlal Nehru. So the collaboration between Egypt and India is not a new story.